Hi everybody, let us continue the implementation. So already we have done the insert beginning, right? Create node function is implemented, insert beginning is implemented. Next we have to write the print list. If we have the print list, then only we can verify whether everything is perfectly done or not. So how will you print the list? Actually the argument that we should pass for this is the list which should be printed. Okay, let us assume that there are few values in the list. Okay, there are 3 values and head is pointing or head is storing the address of the first node. Now how will we know it? How will we print it? Is you should print the value that is stored in the first node and then you have to move to the next node and then you have to print it. Never move your head. Okay, this must be the rule. Never move the head unless you need it. Okay, unless when you do not want the first node anymore, you can move the head, because if you move the head you are totally lost. Okay, understand that the first node, if you move the head from the first node is lost. If you move the head from the first two nodes are lost. Okay, we cannot find it, right? So you should never move the head. So what we are going to do is we are going to declare a temporary variable pointer and then we will store the value of head in temp, right? And then we will be printing now the value pointed by temp. Okay, and then you will move to the next node, right? I will move temp from here to here. I will be printing what is in the data part, and then after that I will be moving here. I will moving my temp here. I will be printing what is in the data part, and when I try to move here, actually it is null. Okay, so I will stop printing. Okay, so what is the algorithm says? You have to declare a temporary pointer, initialize temp to head, and while temp is not null. Okay, when temp is not null, print the data and move to the next node. This is what the algorithm tells. Let us try to implement it. The return type is going to be void, and yeah, let us try to print the list. Okay, and what should be passed inside is the list, linked list, and we can pass it by value. It's not required that you have to pass it by address. Let us pass it by value, because we are not going to make any changes that should get reflected. Okay, as the algorithm tells, create a temporary pointer and make the temporary pointer to hold the address of the first node. Okay, and while temp is not null. Okay, while temp is not null, or you can tell while not of temp, right? If temp is null, then this will become true, isn't it? Better I will write like this, while temp not equal to null. Oh, okay, or I will tell not temp, while temp. Okay, because when temp becomes null, this will become false. Okay, so I can simply tell while temp. So when temp becomes null is false, so this will be stopping. Okay, what should I do? When temp is not null, I should print the data, right? So let us print it. Okay, yeah, let me use a new line character, and then you will be printing the data part, and then I have to move to the next node. How will I move to the next node? I will be using temp equal to. Okay, temp equal to, where should I go? Which node should I go? I have the address in the node pointed by temp itself. From here, if I have to move to the next node, how will I tell? Temp equal to temp next. Okay, because the address where I should go is in the next part of the current node only. Okay, so it's in my hand. It's like it's in my hand only. I have to just take that address and I have to go. Okay, temp equal to temp next. That's all. Okay, so this will print the linked list, right? And one more thing is, let us have a uniform notation. I will change the name of the insert beginning. Okay, already I have returned the main. So in the main, what I am doing is, first of all, I am creating a structure variable L to represent a list, and then I am initializing by calling the create list function, and then insert beginning is called with 1 2, right. So when I try to print the list, it should print me 2 and 1, right. And when I try to compile, I find a few careless things because C doesn't have a bool, right. So the return type should be int, and I should have returned 1 for true and 0 for false, right. Let us try to check now. Yeah. So and one more thing is temp equal to L dot head, because I am passing it by value. That is also a mistake, but here everything is fine because this is a pointer. I can use the arrow operator to access the members of the structure, but here it has come by value. Okay, so I have to use dot. That was a mistake. So let us try to compile and see. Yes, 0 returned by empty and 1 returned after create, and you see 2 1. Why it is printing like this is I haven't given a new line character here, right. And yeah, we will do one more thing. I will add a print message, that will be better. So let me give a printf here stating that list is getting printed, and let me put a new line character. Fine. Yes. So look at the code. What we are doing here is we are just creating the list variable and checking whether it is empty. It will return 0 because memory is not getting initialized. So pointer is not initialized. It will be having some garbage value. It is not equal to null basically. So isEmpty will return false. And then what we are doing is we are initializing the list by calling the create list function. So when we try to check whether the list is empty, after initialization 1 will be returned telling that the list is empty because we haven't done any kind of insertion. And then what we are doing, inserting at the beginning. So 1 will be inserted, and then I am inserting 2, right. So before 1, in front of 1, 2 would have been inserted, right. And then we are printing. Only thing that we have to understand is the special case when the list is empty. When the list is empty, there is no harm actually, because your head will be null, isn't it? Your head is null. And what does our algorithm tells? In the new node, next part you have to store the null. For example, if the new node data is 100, next part we are telling store null there. So once again it is going to be null only, and make your head to point to the new node. So there is no corner cases at all when we look at this insert beginning. It works safe for all the cases, I suppose, right. Hope I am correct. You can also check and try. Thank you.